Hi guys, welcome to the next video. So this is going back to work after COVID and you want to kind of put on your makeup and feel confident. This was requested. Apologies it's late. Work always comes in between, but I never let it go a week longer than I have to, and I do apologize. I am working around my schedule to fit in recording time now, because it used to be okay and easy for me to do, but now work's gotten a little bit more hectic. So today we are going to be doing this. So this is requested. It's going back to work, as I said, after COVID. So you haven't been needing to put makeup on. You haven't had to be worried about your clothes, what you're wearing. You really haven't had to focus on that too much. And now you're going back and you're a bit nervous and you want to look well, and you just want to make sure you look good and confident. So that's what we're going to do today. So my skincare is already on. I've been really loving this. I might put a little bit on before. It's seaweed. And it's the oil control gel cream, and it's from Body Shop. So I might just put a little extra on literally at the end of it now, guys. Really nice, especially if you've got dry skin and it's not too oily. So I'm just gonna, I've put my serum on, and my serum is from Superdrugs. It's the Vitamin E Skincare Moisture Boost. It's really nice as well. So we're just gonna pop that on. I hope everyone's well. And some people are only going back to work now. It may seem strange, you know, that it's so late on in the year, but actually I've got a lot of friends who've been able to work from home for so long, and now they're only going back due to childcare or due to different things, for whatever circumstances. Now is the time they're going back. So you do want to feel your best and you want to look your best. I'm just going to put a little bit of spritzer on. This is the Vitamin E Hydration Mist. I'm just going to pop that on before we do anything. Today I'm actually going to be using Charlotte Tilbury, and I had to shop my stash really. I'm going back to kind of, I find that my skin tone obviously changes with the seasons. So this is something I bought a while ago and I got a discount. It's Cult Beauty, and it's your first purchase, you get 10% off. So do have a look at Cult Beauty. They've got skincare, moisturizers, tan, everything. And it's the Magic Foundation, and mine is 30 mils and it was in Fair number 3. So we're going to pop that on. It has a pump too, so no need for worrying about using too much, so that's fine. And you can see there, if you kind of look there, it is going to warm into the skin, and it does warm to the skin quite quickly. So this is just shopping my stash. I got it, I think, last year sometime. So I'm just going to warm that up on the skin, and I'm going to place it where I need it. And it's really important, I think, to feel your best. You're already kind of nervous about work anyway. I was when I went back, particularly after COVID. And you just want to look your best. So we're going to actually go in with my beauty blender. Or we'll be going with L'Oreal. No, we'll go in with the beauty blender. I'm going to spray some of this mist onto the brush, away from my coffee. I've got my coffee here. I need my coffee today. And we're just going to not drag it around the face, just press it in where it needs to be, making sure there's no lines left over. Beautifully bright day today, so I wanted to take advantage of that too. Okay. And yeah, a bit of an unplanned weekend this weekend, because as I said in my vlog, I have a vlog up above this just after this video. Mum was due to come over. I'm gonna put just another one on because I am a little bit red today. I can see I might need a second coat, but if you've got really good skin, and I will say, don't have to get Charlotte Tilbury, just get your own tone moisture or foundation, put some on as much as you need, lightly if you can. And then, you know, work then from there with concealer and everything else. So always make sure your foundation is the right tone. It warms, don't forget, it does warm up on the skin. So if it looks a little bit paler like it did, you can see now as I put it on, it's kind of the same tone. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Slow, easy kind of steps, because we want to keep it simplistic, but we don't want to kind of be overwhelmed either, and they can actually happen. So keep it simplistic. You know, write down, I want my, or just think to yourself, you don't have to write down, I want my foundation, concealer, I want a nice eyeshadow, and I want to look fresh. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so yes, so in my vlog above this, Mum was due to come over. I hadn't seen it since December, and we've had a really bad couple of days with snow and winds and stuff in Ireland and England, and the ferry was cancelled, the ferry sailing. So just a shame, but we will make something up throughout the year, I'm sure. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer, and this is the Kind and Free Rimmel concealer, and mine it's vegan, and it says we're kind to the environment, and I think this is in, so you do get, it's 15 mils, 2.23 fluid ounces, and it just says porcelain, so that's what we're going to use. And it has a really small kind of applicator, thin application there, so we're just going to put that here, and I'm not going to go too far down. Oh, I'm definitely getting tired, guys. I need to start getting some of those my uplifts again. They're amazing uplifts from Juice Plus. They're kind of an alternative to energy drinks, and they're really, really healthy. So yeah, let me know if you want to know any information about those. But they keep you going for the day. Just a powder sachet. I usually add in some fruit, shake it, and then just drink it on the go. Really, really tasty and fresh. So I'm just going to add some of this on here. And again, I'm going to go in with my sponge. Some people like brushes, but I tend just, particularly with foundation and concealer, you sometimes get brush strokes, sometimes depending on what the brush is. But yeah, today I just thought I'd go in with my blender today. This is just a brand from Amazon. I used to get Real Techniques. I get their brushes. I've got their brushes, but I tended to find that their beauty blenders, because I'd had some just no brand beauty blenders like this. This is one of them, and I realized they do the same job. So I decided to kind of save some money and pop them in my kit. So yes, I was saying in my vlog, I've got my theory has been done. It's been passed, thankfully. And my actual practical is in April, so I'm really hoping that goes well. So you can see it didn't take me long, so I look fresh, clean, a little bit glowy but not too shiny. And so we've got our foundation, concealer. I forgot to put my primer on, I'm sorry guys, and I've been using She Glam, and it's from Shein, and it's in Birthday Skin primer. It's really nice. There's no scent to it. You get a lot, so if you look at that, it looks quite small. When you go in, it's quite deep actually, and it's very very moisturizing. Doesn't dry on the skin, anything like that. I can't believe I forgot that, sorry guys. So that's that. So we've put our foundation and our primer on. I'm going to just go over some dry bits with my e.l.f. powder, but I'll do that after we do our blush and our contour. You can do a contour or you can just do a bronze. I think I might just do a light bronze. This is the e.l.f. Bronze Putty Bronzer, and so I'm going to just dab that, and I will be using a brush for the bronzer. I just found over time that this worked a lot better, and this is in, I think this is Tahiti. This is in, oh no, Tahiti is sorry guys, Tahiti is the blush, and this is just tan in the bronzer or contour, whichever you prefer. And you can always build it up. It's really buildable too, so I'm going to just put that down there as well. Give ourselves, okay, and make sure they all add up. So now what I'm going to do is just go in with my Nevetscu, and it's just my blender, bronzing blender, and I'm going to just add some mist onto that as well. And we're just going to move that around the face. You can see it's so light, but you can definitely see it gives you a glow and a tan. And it doesn't overtake anything. And you can obviously build that up as well. And we're just going to go under here. You can see it's just really just giving me that fresh, awake, but tanned, but not overdone. Now the blush is fabulous, but it's very, very strong. So just to let you know, you get a lot of wear out of these actually. A little goes a long way, because I was showing it to my friend and she said it's quite small, and I thought, well, you do actually get a lot of use. We haven't used a lot, and you can see now for the office, I think this is absolutely fine. Really clean, really simple, not overdone, but definitely you look fresh, you look awake, ready for the day. So let's do that now. We're going to go in with the Tahiti, which was here the other day. Yes, it's here. And these are putty bronzers, so very nice. So and that's what they look like. I got them on the e.l.f. website, but they are also available on Amazon. Okay, and we're now going to go in with the blush, and it's Tahiti. Now let me just check that I've gotten the name of this right, because they're on the side. Tan Lines, sorry, this is Tan Lines, and then this is Tahiti. Now this is beautiful, but a little goes a long, long, long way. So okay. So it depends. Don't be. A lot of people are afraid of blush, and I was for a long time. And applying it to clients was absolutely fine. But when I came to myself, and my kind of face and shape, and it took me a while to kind of get what I was comfortable with. So let's just do this here, very gentle. And then I'm just going to spray my blush brush. This is Real Techniques. And sorry guys, my lights are just crazy today. Okay, and we're just going to spray it very, very gently. Okay, and we're just going to move that around the face. Don't be afraid to kind of get it up into the cheekbone either. And then we go, and here. And I find the Real Techniques blush brushes are just really soft. You can really clean them really well. You don't get any fallout from the bristles, anything like that. And as you can see, I'm bringing it up the cheekbone, so it's not coming down and around, it's not taking over anything. And then what I tend to do, if you want to, you can do this, and I often do this to clients as well. Clean brush, and then you just kind of, you can see how that just tones it down almost straight away if you're a bit nervous about it. So I'm just showing you. So there you go, you can see everything. It looks really, really fresh. So now, because we've done really simplistic, fresh, we're now going to decide on the eyes. So let's have a look at the eyes. This is actually going to be my duo because I did forget my micro brow pencil, and this is from Morphe. And we're just going to, okay, this is in brown here. And I just warm it up here, and I only go where I need to. Now you use what you need to use, just make sure it's the same tone, and don't put it anywhere that it's actually not. So don't try to put hairs or the illusion of hairs somewhere on your brow where they aren't, because over time that's just going to come off or smudge, and it's just not going to look right. So just, I used to have very thick brows when I was younger, and they've just over time gotten thinner. Okay. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So I'm actually going to go, usually I go in with like a two-toned type of colour. And today I'm actually just going to go over, before we do that, I'm going to go over my cream bronzer, and not the blush so much, but the bronzer, and I'm using my Laura Geller. I'm only going over it in powder, and I'm only going to use it because it's quite light. It's the Baked Bronze and Brighten from Laura Geller, and I'm just going to go around that with the powder. And then we'll move on to the eyeshadow, just to give it some extra locked in power. So not that we need it, but I think it's just for me, particularly if you're, you know, there's offices, lights off, you know, the lights in the office, they kind of come down, you know, sometimes they do adjust the color. So I'm going to be using my e.l.f. And this is just the pointed brush. I'm going to dip it not too crazily, but just lightly, and it'll just give me that extra kind of look. You can always bring this down as well if you want to, but yeah, so there you go. It didn't take long, but it just gives that extra kind of locked in before we put on our setting spray afterwards. So now I'm actually going to go in. I've never ever gotten a product from them before, but this is Physicians Formula, and it's just called, so they do give you obviously the instructions if you're a beginner on the end or on the back, and this is in Tropical Days. There was more of a matte one, but I thought as it's coming into summer, I do want to kind of adjust my colours a little bit and have it in a compact palette like this where you can travel with it. So that's what it looks like. And we're just going to use one colour today. So it's going to be quite professional. So let's go. And we're actually going to be using this. They're not named. Oh, are they? Sorry, Dars. Yes, they are. Let's have a look. What's this one? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Outside Chic is what this is called. Okay. It's coming off a lot brighter, but it will be a little bit. I'm actually going to use my finger initially to apply it. And of course, I would have put on a primer for the eyes, but again, just like the primer for the face, I've just forgotten it. So this is my Revolution Ultimate Eye Base in Light, and that's what I tend to use. So yes, I would suggest a primer as well. I'm only going to use one colour. I'm going to bring it up like that. So nothing kind of too complicated. And you can just use your own colours. It doesn't particularly have to be this palette. Anything I'm using today doesn't have to be this palette or the makeup I'm using. Just kind of, you can follow your own way. But you can see I've done a work look. It's not overpowering, but you look professional. You look professional. Lashes are your choice. I think a really good mascara, lengthening mascara, does the same job. Okay, so there we go. And then I might just go over it with they're so creamy as well, guys, so it's really easy to put them on even if you don't have a brush handy. So I'm just going to use this. I've just popped it on. This is just my double-ended brush, and we're just gonna fix that up there like that. You could go darker if you wanted to, but I think this is quite nice, quite fresh, spring-like. And now we're just going to do our mascara. So I'll do my mascara. What one are we going to do? I'll just get my mascara and come back. So that's the mascaras, and I did about 3 coats. You could obviously put on lashes if you wanted to. I did a little bit underneath too, under the lash lines, because that mascara is really good. It doesn't kind of fall out too easily. When you do wash it, it comes off in kind of like a strip, so don't be alarmed if that happens. That's what it's supposed to do. So now I'm just going to go through some lipsticks. So what I'm using today is it's number 235 from L'Oreal, and it's their 303 Color Riche in Rose. That's what it looks like. It's very it looks a bit sheer when it comes out, but it's light pink and it's kind of more like a gloss, which I like, so it's not going to be too overwhelming. So we're just gonna and it just gives a gloss look. They do a matte version too, but it's really nourishing on your skin. It doesn't kind of transfer, you know, that kind of thing. It goes with dark eyeshadow or light eyeshadow. It really just looks like you've got gloss on, but it's really moisturizing, really beautiful on the lips. And I think it just complements the whole face. Nothing's taken over today, and that's what we want. We want clean, fresh look. We want to look confident. We want to look awake, we want to look ready for the day, and I think this is really nice. You could certainly go deeper with the blush if you wanted to, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, the depth of the colour and how, you know, how strong it is. So you do get a lot for your money, really. This was $5.50 on the e.l.f. website. I'm not sure how much it is now. I got this in, is it October? And let's do a little swatch here. This is what it looks like. If we do a deeper swatch, I'll just pop it here. You can kind of see it warms up on the skin because it is putty. So there we go. You can see there. It's just lovely. It's like a natural rouge that would, you know, that would look natural, and that's what you want. But you could go deeper if you wanted to. So today I think this is what I would use for a back to work look to look confident, clean, fresh, and ready for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon in the next video, and take care.